Hello, this is Nathan Wagner, and I'm going to be quickly going through the design decisions behind this infographic titled Obesity in America. The first decision I made in creating this infographic was in reference to the color scheme. In accordance to color theory, the idea that certain colors can evoke certain emotions within the audience, I chose a red scheme. I felt that this was appropriate because the topic of discussion is a serious health risk, and red is associated with risk and danger. I also decided to use a monochromatic color palette with varying shades of red, the range of which can most easily be seen within the colors of the pie chart. For the background, I chose a mid-range gray as it provided good contrast with the varying shades of red and was a bit less boring than the standard old white background. Another important graphic design principle I applied in my infographic was focal point. Focal point is the process of directing the gaze of the viewer so they view the graphic in the order you feel would be most impactful. This can be done either through color contrast, shape contrast, or as I primarily used, color contrast. The primary focal point of my infographic is the pie chart, which gives the percentages of the adult population who fall into various body mass categories. This is made the primary focal point because of its large relative size and due to its placement between the upper left and upper right hand corners, which are the two most looked at parts of any infographic. Secondary focal points are the two pictures in the lower portion of the infographic. These are made focal points by way of content contrast, as they are the only real pictures on the graphic. To a lesser degree, they also make use of size contrast, as they are relatively larger than anything around them. I also created a tertiary focal point in the bold underlined $147 billion figure in the lower right. This was done to draw the viewer's attention there eventually, because I was afraid any information in that corner would be lost, since it's statistically the least paid attention to place in the infographic, with the possible exception of the information source, which I purposefully made smaller to de-emphasize it, effectively using focal point strategy in reverse. Finally, I made use of the Gestalt principle of alignment to further order my infographic. As you can see, all of the titles and smaller blocks of text are all center aligned, whether it be to the true center of the page, as is the case in the title and the text box below directly below the pie chart, or aligned to the center of the column, as can be seen with the $147 billion figure in the lower right. The larger blocks of text I chose to horizontally align, and those can be seen in the small paragraphs in the bottom left. Thanks for listening to this review of my infographic design. Feel free to email me with any questions, advice, or feedback of any kind. Thanks.